Hello everybody, it's Lord Luck back for Aether Raids. It is now Light and Dark season. I know I didn't post a lot for the past week. I was just out of town and then busy with Father's Day stuff, and so I decided to spend time with family and kind of deprioritize recording. But I am back, and I did barely make the cut for to stay in the Vault of Heaven. Last week was a little bit tough, but you know, clutched it on the last day, and so far we're off to a good start. With 2 successes, and we did get this failure just a couple hours ago, which is unfortunate, but it taught me something important about my team, and we'll take a look at these after we do an offense match. So let's go ahead and jump in and see what we get. Momo with the plus attack hell, mystic boost, new moon, interesting. Okay, so they've got note. They're running a Sothis, which is, I mean, this is a pretty good build. We'll see if she's any trouble to deal with. Corin, no seal, no assist. Plus speed, though, is actually quite strong, so I'll have to be wary of that. I don't want to overlook that. That's actually pretty strong. A pretty strong unit. Hell, they've got the Brammy. Okay, they've got the Corner Adel. And then Leon, which is interesting because you really see him on offense. You don't see him a whole lot on defense. Okay. Weapon triangle. At first I was thinking I could use Innis, the Innis and Edelgard team. Actually, I don't know if this team has appeared on my YouTube yet, so we'll see if we get to use them today. Maybe not, because the Leon is kind of a struggle. Although Edelgard can, I think, just take him out on player phase. What are my other options? Zane. Yeah, he's not fast enough to handle the Corin. Or the Note, probably. I think it might be this team with the combo of Ennis and Edelgard with the near save. Because Edelgard will handle all of the physical units fine. I think Ennis will be okay against Edelgard and Brammy. Edelgard might be a little tricky, actually. She's got a lot of defense because the Note and the Hell. Yeah, that's a little tricky, actually. Although I think I can near save and survive just fine using Edelgard. Brammy. Yeah, Brammy will be fine for Ennis. And then I think I just have to enemy phase the Leon. They don't have dancers, I'm actually just noticing. So I can kind of just do this at my own pace. But let's see what other teams we could do this with. Ike. Ike does well against all these units since he's running the follow-up. But not that great against Edelgard, I don't think. I think the near save is the better option. So let's go with this team. And let's figure out our first move. I think we can initiate on the... No, actually, we probably don't. I think we just want to bait. I think we just want to straight up bait from the left side, and then we'll work our way up, basically. And then in the meantime, I can have like maybe air kind of break these structures over here just to get them off the map. I can take this tactics room out pretty early on since they are boxed in, and I can just open up this left lane. I feel like that's pretty safe. Isolation doesn't really come into play here because they only have reposition but no dancers. Okay, let's think. I could move Innis up and break this. Or I could use Edelgard, break this, and then swap in with Innis, because I basically want Innis to be in the lead. And if I put him here, then nobody can reach him, so it'll just be Edelgard taking all the damage. Although, if I were to bait from somewhere else... No, she's running into him. I was thinking I could keep her within like the healing tower range, but I don't think I'll need to. I think she'll be fine. Yeah, so this is the only one who could, I think, do a bit of damage, but because she's running a defensive build, I'm not worried about her. But yeah, I think Edelgard will be just fine against Note and the pour in. Okay, so you'll break this. Break this. We can move Innis here. We can dance him from below. Bring him up, I think. And then we'll move Milla over so they're getting the boon from Nurturing Breath. Or not the boon, the buff. I've been playing Hades. I just started Hades. If you haven't played that game, play it. But there are boons in that game, so I keep confusing buffs and boons. And then, yeah, I think air... maybe I'll have... maybe I'll actually have air take out this tactics room. I don't want that to get in the way later. And then I can have, I guess, Dagger take out the shrine. Yeah, I think we can figure that out later. I think what we want to do, though, is... let's see, if we break this, move Ennis over, dance him from below, and then have him go in front.
Are you certain?
Good morning.
Actually, what I can do is use him to break this tactics room. And then from here, I think...
It will be done.
Let's bring Milla over. So she's giving the buffs. Make sure animations are on. They are.
Death's caress.
And let's see.
If you say so.
We can kind of just do this however we want. Let's take this pot out. And let's see how this turn goes. I think Sothis will go first. Yep, that's not a problem.
I won't back down.
It's honestly so sad how you can invest so much into Sothis and she can still be pretty much a deadweight on your defense team.
You can't stop.
And no problem taking up the... Oh, she lives with one because of the damage reduction, but
Can't stop me.
goes down to the second hit. And reposition there.
My arrow will pierce the heart.
The choice is
I think what we'll want to do here is move Ennis up so that he can take on the Brahmi next turn. And I think we just leave Edelgard where she is so that she can take on Hell.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. Have to be careful about this. Bolt Tower, level 8. Jeez, that's scary. Yeah, I have to make sure I do not forget about that once I start moving in a little bit closer. But, yeah, we just don't want to be in Leon's range, but we're fine from here. And
tread carefully.
let's see, we'll break this.
Maybe
Dance from
this
below.
way.
The choice is clear.
And let's see, I could break this if I want to, because they're still boxed in. And then I could just repo air
Death's
out.
caress.
Well, they're not fully boxed in. They'll come this way, but that's fine. That might actually be better so that I can take them out. Maybe I can take out Leon with Dagger.
Yes.
Let's break that.
If you say so. Got him.
And repo.
I bestow my blessing. Like this. It
Okay,
will be
where could
done.
Milla be
I bestow
useful?
my blessing.
I guess she could smite somebody.
Like this.
I think we'll just keep her where she is, actually. And
Tread
then
carefully.
Edelgard stays where she is. Yeah, because they have no dancer, it's not too scary, because I don't have to worry about, you know, them extending... Oh, wait, why did I forget that he would be able to hit me from there? Well, it's fine. That's actually not as scary of a matchup as I was expecting. And I'll take him out on the next turn. And just lives this just fine, and we'll heal back up with this one shot on the noontime.
Fool.
So that's fine. And then Hell will go down to Edelgard.
You can't stop me. You can't stop me.
Cool. And let's see, from here,
Ah, yes.
Right, boss? The glimmer of life.
Are you certain?
how do we want to go about this?
The choice is clear.
Let's see, I could move Adel here. I could dance her from here.
Forward. Ready.
Adel
Tread carefully.
kills Leon.
My arrow will pierce the heart. Ah, yes.
And then, how do we want to deal with Corrin, actually?
Maybe this way.
Or is there another way to get in? Let's see.
Are you certain?
Let's think about this. Because basically, I want to take out the Leon, and then I want
Tread
Adel to
carefully.
be able to save somebody against the Corrin. So... Okay, I think I'm overthinking this. If we break this...
My arrow will pierce the heart.
Forward.
Ah, yes.
Tread carefully.
Good morning.
Wait, we could just break this with Peony even. We
The
could
choice is clear.
move into the spot and take out the Leon, and then we
Are
can
you
bring Innis
certain?
in front. Does that work?
Maybe this way.
Yeah, so Peony breaks that, Edelgard moves in, kills the Leon, and then Innis moves in front of Edelgard so that he will be saved by Edelgard against the Corrin on the enemy phase. Yeah, I think that's fine.
Forward.
So we take out Leon. Oh, and I totally forgot this is turn 3. I knew I was going to forget about this bolt tower. But I think we're fine, because we can just break it from here. And then... Oh, but
Are you
then...
certain?
If you say so.
It will be done.
But then... We are not using the save. Edelgard will just get attacked directly. Which isn't necessarily a problem. But what else could we do?
Death's caress.
Oh, we could smite... Nope, we can't smite her in. She'll have to get smited from here. If we repoed her up, nope, she still can't reach.
I bestow my blessing.
The glimmer of life.
Or what we could do is repo air up with dagger, and then air can move in and break the bolt tower, and then Innis can move in
Ah,
front.
yes.
I just want to make sure the save goes off. Not that I'm really that worried about Corrin really being able to. Well, actually, what I do want to make sure I have is the bond. And my dogs just walked into the room. Hopefully they behave. I might have to pause if they end up making a lot of noise. Okay, yeah, I think what we'll do is we will repo.
Death's caress.
We break this, and then we move Innis in front of the Edelgard. So Corrin has to attack an Edelgard. And yeah, the save will go off,
Are you certain?
right? Yeah, that works. And
this.
I don't know, we'll just move Milla up. Okay, so I don't kill, but he does no damage, so we're fine. Take him out on the next turn.
No mercy.
What we can do here is charge up our noontime in case that comes in handy later.
Are you certain?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I don't know if I should heal Innis up because I don't know if he can live an attack from Edelgard, but I do. I apologize for my dog shaking violently in the background. But we might not need Innis at all because I think we could just kind of plonk him where the healing tower is with Edelgard behind.
Ready.
Yes.
What turn is it? Oh, we have plenty of time. Yeah, we got the pots already. Let's break this.
If you say so.
People just work our way up, basically.
Maybe this way.
Let's see. I think the setup we're gonna want is Innis to be here, Edelgard behind, and then Peony giving support from the same row. So let's
Forward.
let's just do that. Oh, we also have the bolt tower
bestow my
if we
blessing.
need. Actually, could I? No, I'll want to get rid of the healing tower before I trigger it. But that might actually, like, if this one's real, the one on the far right, then
It will be done.
it'll actually reach her.
Ah, yes.
I don't know that we'll need it, but
My arrow will pierce the heart.
yeah. So we can break this. Or we could break it from here. Well, if we break it from here, Peony can move up, dance. Innis takes this spot here, and then Edelgard stays behind.
Ah, yes.
Again, if you hear my dogs playing in the background, I apologize if that's distracting.
My arrow will
Okay, so
pierce
yeah,
the
we...
heart.
Actually, I'm just curious. Yeah, we totally die. But if we break this,
Maybe this way.
we dance,
My arrow will pierce the
we
heart. Ah,
basically
yes.
just plonk, and then move Edelgard behind. What we can do is check if this
I
is
bestow my
real.
blessing.
It is. Okay, big hit.
Forward.
Oh, why did I think his noontime would be charged?
Tread carefully.
Did Corrin have something that I don't even remember? Well, in any case, I don't think it matters because I think Edelgard kind of
Right, boss?
takes care of this.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we're just fine to save. I think she'll be totally fine. Oh yeah, that's an easy win. I guess because she's below 25% health now, but I'm pretty sure this Edelgard with a save and the sturdy stance wins regardless. So fallen Edelgard's counter, I guess, is brave Edelgard. Which kind of makes sense. Okay, so that was the match. Wasn't too bad. I think just because they didn't have any dancers, and I did make some misplays, you know, with like the fallen Leon. I shouldn't have broken that structure so that he could get to my young Innis, but luckily young Innis is an amazing unit and was able to tank that no problem. So let's go ahead and watch these defense replays. So 2 successes and a failure. Really quickly, I'll show the team. So this is the note. We've got Olivia, who gets a 59 defense when she's getting the defense buffs from both Note and Hell, which is honestly crazy. Very hard to isolate, especially because she is running, or Hell's running chill defense. Yeah, I decided to put Hell in the corner because this team is actually super gale forceable if I put a ranged unit in the corner. Because you can basically just put 2 units here, and then La Rochelle, Leaf, and whatever units here are kind of just stuck. So I put Hell in so that she can move down to this lava flow. She can't get blocked. You can block actually all 3, but that requires you to have a flying unit here. 1 second, my dogs are being very noisy. Okay, and there's Leaf, and then the La Rochelle. And I actually pulled a copy of Sephiron. I had a high rate and I wanted to get something on the double special heroes banner, whatever it is. And I got a copy of Sephiron, and I already had one, so I decided to fodder the one with worse IVs. So you'll see in my later plays I actually gave La Rochelle the auto recovery. And then Triandra and Catria. Okay, hold on. I'm going to take my dogs out because they are being very noisy right now. Okay, pardon the interruptions, I'm back. Alright, and to show off the enemy team, they are running Freya. They've got Milla, this Micaiah, who's... It's really good Micaiah. Very well built, a lot of merges. Azura, and then the Edelgard here, who's summoner supported. So it looks like they're trying to actually not Gale Force. This is, I guess, just their carry, like a half Gale Force, half tank. Yeah, so let's see what happened. Looks like they're gonna start going up the left side. I actually watched these replays, and on this one, I'm not totally sure what they were going for. I think they might have had a misclick, unfortunately. So I don't know why they put Freya there, and she's not solo, and she is running the solo attack +1. Not sure what that seal's about, but I don't know why they did that, because there's no way that she survives against Leaf. So I don't know if that was a misclick, but they did rally her after her, maybe because they just had to live with the play. Yeah, I don't really know. In any case, Leaf totally destroys Freya. Just enough to one-shot through the damage reduction. And then Leaf gets danced and is able to one-round the Edelgard. And he gets the Glimmer off, but he wouldn't have needed it.
We must lead the others.
And then some dance shenanigans, and Catria moves down. Basically gets herself killed. I don't know if the Trey skill is ideal. It works really cool in some situations, and in other situations she kind of does that. So still figuring that out. I think also on La Rochelle, I might take off the Trey skill and give her just the Dazzling Staff. Because I'm pretty sure I have some old combat manuals of healers with Dazzling Staff. Because as you'll see in my one loss, I think that would have potentially made the difference. Or maybe not made the difference, but it might have saved me some lift. But we'll get to that replay later. So Micaiah takes out La Rochelle with a big iceberg. And here they surrender. So I don't know, maybe they weren't able to take out Note, or maybe they just, you know, lost too many units at that point. But good attempt. At least you didn't have as many foes defeated as Finn here. So let's check out their team. They are also running an Edelgard, but this is a Fallen variety with the Bonfire and Mystic Boost. Peony, Air, a Zeke, which is kind of cool, I guess, for the bonus. And then Claude, Brave Claude, with a really good build. I think this is actually the build that I have. I don't think I run Iode Shield anymore, but the skills I think are the same. Well, I guess it's just, yeah, Close Counter Guard. Oh, Deadeye though, I don't have Deadeye on mine. Okay, well, let's go ahead and see what happened here. They're also moving up the left side, which seems to be the easiest way to approach this, which is kind of intentional the way that I've set it up, because I kind of want them to burn through their turns. Although I guess my team is hyper offensive. It's not really about stalling them out. Maybe with Hell, maybe there'd be a little bit of stalling if you can't take her out. But in any case, they move up the left side, and they are sort of just burning through all of my structures here. And here's where I'm not sure what they expected, because Staff of Rousing gets, you know, the flash effect off on Edelgard, Fallen Edelgard. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they thought that she'd be able to just survive the turn. But I also have Dancers, and they didn't, you know, isolate anybody. So, like, all of these units are sort of in the way. I don't really know what they were going for here, but you'll see that Leaf makes quick work of Edelgard. He would have quadded. Didn't need to, actually. 3 hits is enough. And then I think Triandra swoops in, yep, and is able to really, like, perfectly, actually, almost an exactly full, on the Zeke with these first 2 hits, getting the Brave effect off. So that was pretty cool. And then Catria flies down and would have quadded this air, but only needs 1 hit to take her out. And then she moves down. I don't know why they, like, move closer in rather than move back. I've seen it both ways, but I feel like more often they move forward. I'm not really 100% sure on how that AA works, but they start taking out some of my units in return. But at this point, they've only got the Peony and the Claude left, and La Rochelle's able to double here. And Catria's off the board, so this isn't a Brave double. That's just Larshall outspeeding. Blade Session on her is so good. And she didn't even actually need the Blade Session there. Although here she's getting the Blade Session, and she's able to move all the way down, moving through Note, basically, to get that extra range. And takes out Peony, and that is that. So, sorry for the loss, Finn. Hopefully that wasn't your... you know, hopefully it doesn't come down to you needing an extra ladder at the end of the week. Hopefully you had another success today. But we did lose to this team, or this player rather. And as you can see, it is a far save team. And I kind of had a feeling that my team would be weak to far save. I do think that there are some tweaks I can make, because I do like this team overall, and you know, you saw how it worked on the other two teams. I think it works well. I don't have far save myself, so I can't test how well this team does against far save. I think this is actually the first time I've seen somebody beat me with far save. But yeah, they're running the Henriette Flame for extra damage reduction, or some damage reduction, because she doesn't have any natively. Mila Ephraim, yeah. So basically they just go up the left side and just to break the structures, which makes sense. So they take out, I think, the tactics from here. After the dance, they take out the Dark Shrine. Take out the Dude's Hindrance and the Bright Shrine. And then I think here they kind of just get into position, figuring out where they're going to bait from. Yep. So using Mila to soak the flash effect. Chandra goes first, and I'm not sure why Elite isn't first. I guess they both just do 0 damage. I don't really know. But yeah, Chandra does nothing, no damage, and gets taken out. And then here, La Rochelle goes in, and because the flash effect didn't hit Henriette, she goes down to this iceberg. But if she had, just Dazzling Staff in her B, then she would have been able to attack in and then probably get danced, or maybe not danced from there. Well, she probably would have gone first, actually, and then she would have gotten danced by Tarandra. So I think I'm actually going to put Dazzling Staff. I've also had a few instances where the Trace actually moves La Rochelle to an unfavorable position, because this team likes to stay grouped up in order to benefit from the triangle attack from Catria. And so sometimes La Rochelle will sort of like heal somebody and rescue them and move them out of position to where my other units don't get the bright effect, since they need to be within, you know, 2 allies who also have the triangle attack. So yeah, I think I'm either gonna have to, well, I'm for sure gonna have to give her Dazzling, but I might even reconsider whether Rescue makes sense in this team. But I think I'm just gonna put Dazzling on first and see how that goes. But in any case, they're able to sort of clean it up from here. Flame takes out Catria with the exact lethal. Yeah, my team's kind of in shambles after Henriette sort of just, you know, ate everybody up, and then they bait Note with Dagger. I do really like that Dagger is a natural counter to Note, at least, so it feels like they didn't introduce Note without like introducing a good counter for her. So it's funny that it's her sister, but yeah, they bait her. Hell moves down, but Flame is just so strong, and with the Dazzling Staff is able to just whittle Hell down. So that's the guard bearing. They get the pot, and then they're able to now take Hell out. And all that's left on the board is the Olivia, and they have Ephraim, who's a great counter. So he moves in, and yeah, Olivia just can't do anything against him. So they had just a lot of good counters for my team. I do wonder if Larshall having Dazzling Staff, you know, would have allowed her to move first. Also, now that she has auto recovery, it's harder to isolate Tarandra. At least you can't on the even turns, or sorry, on the odd turns. So maybe if she had gone in, got danced, she would have been able to hit somebody. Actually, maybe with the way they were set up, that might have not been the case. But yeah, just something to think about to see if I can improve this team further. you know, it does have potential, I think, but this is only like the second week I think I've used this team and this map layout, so I'm still kind of working at the kinks. But that is the first day. I'm really grateful to have had a very clean offense match, didn't have to use any ladders, didn't lose any units, and I'm glad that these successes came in before this failure. So that's it for today, and hope you are all off to a good season so far, and I'll catch you in the next one. All right, have a good night and stay lucky.